today. From Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. The New England Patriots taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
On first down, Allison, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Glover. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Patriots send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Oh, man, come on.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Off the bootleg. Watts. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Cowboys.
Operating from the gun. Watts. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
And a Cowboy first down.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 73 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
To throw on second down, Watts looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Manning. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
So first and goal from the 9-yard line. From the gun, Watts. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Looking to throw on second down. Watts. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Try to punch it in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Saquon Barkley, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Cowboys have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 73 yards.
That was a nice job there.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
The quarterback
and there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Glover. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, Get back to what works.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Watts out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2-yard line.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
To throw on 2nd down, Watts. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Looking to throw. Watts. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
And inches at the 17-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Cowboys 7, Patriots 0.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Off-play action. Watts. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
To number 40.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Glover. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Nowhere to go that time. he maybe got a yard up to the 40.
A gain of a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Glover. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
Over the middle, complete. That's Banks. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Watts. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Watts completes it to Hardman. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 43. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 31-yard line.
13 yards.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On first down, Watts. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on.
Offense.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a 2nd and goal. From the gun, Watts flushed out right. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
On 4th down, Watts. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Now for the point after. And it is now 21-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they have multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw on second down, Glover firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Glover got his man complete over the middle. That's Barnett. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 3rd 3rd and long. Glover. And the pressure gets to him again. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Patriots send out their punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's thrown for a touchdown pass, and he's run for one so far.
When you're able to watch a guy perform at a high level and do it in multiple ways, arm, legs, he really helps his team in a big way. You've got to think that they feel great about where they are in this ball game, and they feel even better about him leading their team.
Now he's hoping to put them into a better spot after this drive. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Watts. Open man is Kirk, complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Operating from the gun. Watts. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start with an NFC matchup at MetLife Stadium. The Giants hosting New Orleans, and it's the Giants who are out in front. The Giants looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they lead the visiting Houston Texans at halftime. The Buccaneers seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. 24-10 was your final. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Watts. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. From the gun, Watts. Man open left side is Brown. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
To number 83.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down, here's Barkley. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots 28. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Operating from the gun, Watts steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Throwing again, Watts. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. This is McAllister. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Taken down at the
4 yards on the pickup, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Looking to throw. Watts. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Christian Kirk with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
at their own 22-yard line.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better. They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying. Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Glover over the middle, complete. It's Barnett. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right? And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Fumble on the play.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss. Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Glover into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover. And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. And when you see numbers like this from a wide receiver of his caliber, does that mean that there maybe was a meeting on the sideline to say, hey, give me the ball a little bit more? There
probably is something to that because, let's face it, the best receivers I know, they say that every play. So they always want the football.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The throw over the middle, take it in. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
To number 87.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Find Kirk complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's going to take off with it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Watts. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Back to throw. Watts. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Touchdown.
Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time, a 9-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Off the play fake. Glover. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Throwing on first down. Glover. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Right there, 54. Right there, 54 Mike. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
From the gun, Glover. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Go.
To throw again, Glover. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. He'll get only 3. And this is caught. Well, they get 1 back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Now the extra point. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore, because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade is going to happen, but good thought. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 53 is the mark. 53. Check 53.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Cowboys, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.